look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're needing your space to do some navigating.
God in heaven, we bow our heads before you this evening. We give you thanks for Ryan and for Mallory, for their families, and for all of their friends that are here. We ask that this would be a time of joyful celebration and a time of worship and a time of honor for your reputation, Lord, as we celebrate this thing that you created so long ago. Father, thank you for giving us the gift of marriage. Thank you for these people. In Christ's name we pray, amen. Mallory, Ryan, you excited? Good. The book of Genesis tells us that after God created Adam and placed him in the garden, there was no suitable helper for him to be found. There were lots of animals, all kinds of things in the world, but Adam was alone. And God said, this is not good. And so he created someone who would be a suitable helper, a counterpart, someone who corresponded to him, who would be like him, but be different from him. He made Eve, the very first woman. And he brought her to Adam, and listen to Adam's response. He said, this one, at last, is bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman, for she was taken out of man. And the Genesis account tells us that this is why a man leaves his father and mother, and he unites with his wife, and they become a brand new family. God is the designer, the creator of marriage. The first chapters of Genesis teach us that. And his plan is that one man be united permanently to one woman, and that together they live in relationship with him. And from his limitless wisdom, he created marriage, a relationship to be foundational for every culture for all time in the world. You are about to enter into the oldest, the most unique, the most intimate relationship a man and woman can have. Today's the day. You know, God's desire is to bless this union. He created marriage. He said it is good. And he really genuinely desires to bless. One of my favorite verses is found in Psalm 84:11. It has a powerful promise from God. It says this, the Lord is our sovereign protector. The Lord bestows favor and honor. He withholds no good thing from those who walk with him in integrity. What this verse teaches us is that there is not one single good thing that God will withhold from us as we live our lives for him with loving obedience. That's a powerful promise. Because we desire good things in life, we desire good things in marriage, and God is the giver of every good and perfect gift. And his promise is that when we love him and walk with him in obedience together, that he brings blessing. He will be your sovereign protector, and he will pour out his goodness in your life if you will lovingly and obediently follow him. The first and most important thing then, if God is the giver of all good things, is to cultivate in your marriage your relationships with Jesus Christ. This is the foundation. As every building is built on a strong foundation, your marriage can only be built on the foundation of Christ. I know that you want the most from your marriage. Nobody begins this journey and says, well, I'd like just an okay marriage. If it works out, that'll be great. Nobody says that. You want your marriage to be joyful. You want it to be exciting, fulfilling. You want it to be great. And if you want it to be great, then you must pursue its creator, its original designer. Ryan, Mallory, you've got to spend time, both as individuals and as couples, cultivating your relationship with Jesus Christ. This is where it begins. It is the foundation to a fulfilling marriage. And whether or not you develop your relationship with Christ is the difference between an okay and a great marriage. In the beginning, there was God, and there was man, and then there was woman. And I want you to make sure you catch the picture here. God brings the woman to the man. And the man says, at last, this is one for me, finally, which you may be saying today. It wasn't just a man and a woman. It was a man and a woman, and it was God. You see, there were three in the first marriage. Earlier today, I dug in my wife's craft box, and I found some twine. And I made two little things that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to give you the key. This one, I tied one end together, and I twisted it as many times as I could, as tightly as I could, and then I tied the other end together. And you'll notice that no matter how tightly I twisted, even though these two pieces of twine are connected, they're not together. I have another one here. I took 3 pieces of twine, tied them together on one end, and then I braided them tightly. And you'll notice it's still together. And you know, this is a great picture, as simple as it is, of two kinds of marriages. Many people start out without Christ at the center. This is the kind of marriage they get. They're married, they're connected, but it's not what it could be. It's an okay marriage. It's not great. Hold on to that, right? But those who start their marriage with Christ at the center, and they build it on a foundation of relationship with Him, and they pursue that all the years that they're married, they have a marriage that's tightly wound, that's intimate, that's close. Hold on to that, Mallory. Now, I want you to keep these, and you can probably give that to Ryan. He's got pockets and you don't. But I want you to keep these. Don't lose them. And I want you to pull them out every now and then and look at them and say, are we building our marriage on Christ? Let that be a visible reminder of what will bring true joy and fulfillment to you in your marriage. The second most important relationship to cultivate is your own relationship. Now, that might sound like I'm just stating the obvious. I mean, you're going to be married, you need to work on that relationship, but you would be amazed at how quickly people can stop pursuing one another once they get married. You date, you get engaged, the pursuit is fun, you spend time together, you do special things, and then somehow, after many people get married, all of that stops and you settle into business as usual. You've got to work on your relationship. You know, beside you today are your friends and family members, some good friends, some good family, all standing here together to celebrate with you. But before the man or the woman in the garden had any guy or girl friends, they had one another. Waiting for you also are all kinds of activities that will demand your time. Everything from your jobs to the mundane things you'll do at home to other responsibilities. Ryan, Mallory comes first, always. Not second, first. Mallory, Ryan comes first, always. Not second. Yeah, I know. You're getting a dirty look from your sister over there. Not second, but first. It has to be this way. And before you make plans with the boys or the girls, make sure you are spending and planning quality time with your spouse first. Your priority now lies with this new family that you become today. Before your jobs, hobbies, and responsibilities, your priority is to commit to make time for one another. This doesn't mean you don't spend time with your friends. You'll still do that. It doesn't mean that you just abandon your family. Your families are a part of who you are. They always will be. But it means that your loyalty now lies to one another. In this family, first and highest. And by doing this, you say to one another, you matter most of all to me. You are my number one, and my devotion is to you. Ryan, Mallory, today you become a new family. And I want to leave you with a scripture passage from 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And from this passage, I also am going to give you your first We're Married homework assignment for the rest of the year. Okay? You didn't know you were getting homework today, but you're going to get it. So listen to what Paul writes when he describes the virtues of genuine love. He says, love is patient, love is kind. It is not envious. Love does not brag. It's not puffed up. And it's not rude. It's not self-serving. It is not easily angered or resentful. It is not glad about injustice, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes for the best in all things. It endures all things. Love never ends. You ready for your homework assignment? Every week for the first year of your marriage, so there should be 52 times this happens, if I got that number right. I want you to open your Bible to 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4. And I want you to ask yourself these questions. Today, this week, was I patient with Ryan? Was I patient with Mallory? Was I kind? Was I rude? Have I been resentful? Am I envious of my spouse in any way right now? And I want you to use this as a test for the love in your marriage for the next 52 weeks. And hopefully that'll start a great habit of asking yourself, am I loving my spouse the way God wants me to love them? Cool? Can you handle that? You don't have to write anything down if you don't want to. But that's what I would like to encourage you to do. Because cultivating the love that God wants you to have for one another, it's a matter of keeping it in the front of your mind and constantly pursuing it. Well, I'll ask you to join right hands and we will exchange the vows. Or you can join both hands, however you're more comfortable. Ryan, we're going to start with you. Just repeat after me. I, Ryan, take you, Mallory.
I, Ryan, take you, Mallory.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To love unconditionally.
To love unconditionally.
To honor and to cherish.
To honor and to cherish.
And to give myself for you.
To give myself for you.
So help me God.
So help me. So help me God.
Mallory? Take a deep breath. I, Mallory, will take you, Ryan, to be my husband. To love unconditionally. To honor and cherish. And to give myself for you. So help me God. Do we have some rings here today? You had it yesterday. Yeah.
We have some Kleenexes.
Well, we can't do this without some rings. What's this? Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, plastic must be the new enduring, diamonds are forever. So,
Oh, yeah.
here you go.
I got him.
Oh.
I think we were robbed.
You were right. Alrighty. And I'm going to give that back to you. Oh, here we go. I think our hot glue gun did it just quite good. All right. You have both chosen to give and receive a ring. The ring is a token of your love and your commitment to one another. The purity of the metals, of the things that these rings are made from, symbolizes the purity of your love for one another. And the unending circle symbolizes the unending vows that you are taking, which may be broken honorably only in God's sight by death. As an expression of your vow, you will now give and receive the rings. Right? You did good. Beautiful ring. Repeat after me. Mallory, with this ring,
Mallory, with this ring,
I pledge my life and love to you.
pledge my life and love to you.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Just push hard.
Let's go.
It's a fit. No. All right. Mallory, you'll give the ring and repeat after me. Ryan, with this ring, I pledge my life and love to you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. It's a fit also. Friends and family, guests, since they have made these commitments before God in this assembly, and by the authority of God and of the laws of this state, I declare that Ryan and Mallory are husband and wife. therefore has joined together, let no man separate. You ready to kiss this girl? You ready to kiss your bride?
Oh. Where's your flowers, lady?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Fagan.
Even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make.